I don't know about you, but motherhood is the best thing to happen to my business. Let's discuss. Hi, I'm Linda. I talk about all things self-love, slowing down, and receiving more good things into your everyday life. So if you'd like to hear more about that, learn more about that, or be just reminded about what you already know, be sure to like and subscribe so you can show up and hear my stories from my everyday life as I learn more about these things and teach them to you. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you will receive the notification when I post new videos, which happens once to twice a week. And I look forward to having you in my circle. So I've mentioned before, and you can probably see in my About Me page, I am an emotion coach and hypnotherapist, but I also have my own private practice. And when I started a few years ago, I really had to be clear at the front end of what my boundaries were going to be, what my limitations were going to be, because I already felt like, okay, it's really important for me to be able to rest and not have to go at the pace that I was going when I was an employee. And I had to meet all these targets and, show up to all the meetings that really I would have preferred were emails and, deal with some dynamics that just, they were not my thing. So, I knew that I wanted it to be really different, and I wanted to be the boss to myself that I would have wanted, that I've had before. I've had some amazing bosses. Shout out to Dr. Crawford if you ever see this video. She was an amazing boss. But yeah, I just had to really think about how to be a great boss to myself so that I'm an employee in my business who's happy with the way that my organization is treating me. It just helped me to kind of think it through and to be really clear about what I needed. So, I was like, well, I can't be available all the time. People will want me to be available all the time. What will I do about that? Well, I'll have to say no. I can't say yes to everything. If I say yes to one thing, I have to say no to something else. When I say no to one thing, it's because I'm saying yes to something else. And so coming back to motherhood and just what an asset it's been for me as a business owner, it's really helped me to rein in my expectations, to really place my ambition in a way that's much more healthy than it would have been. Had I not become a mom when I did, I think I would have just been doing all the things all the time. I still sometimes try to do that now because I'm a highly driven person. That's just how I'm built. But it helps to rein in my expectations and my ambitions and my goals so that I can pare things down, and cut them down to what is actually essential. What's the most important thing about this that I want to achieve? As opposed to just achieving for achieving's sake, which is the trap that my personality type can fall into. And so with being a mom, it really helps me to keep checking in and keep centering because I can't do all the things and then also be there for my kids. I can't do all the things and then not be snappy and, just completely unfun, the totally unfun parent. Because I'm so exhausted. I have to manage my energy in a really mindful way. And that is not just for their benefit, it actually benefits me because I have to take better care of myself as a mother. I can't just go until I drop and then spend a weekend recovering because as you guys know who are parents, the weekends are not the weekends. It's not we're just sitting around, I'm not doing what I used to do. Gosh, what did I used to do back then? I would go to a yoga class and walk to the farmer's market and get some takeout and eat a really good meal while it was hot. And then sleep for a couple hours. I'm a napper. And then maybe go out with some friends that night. Or, okay, so that's not my life now. And that's okay. I actually really like my life now. It just comes with less sleep. So I had to be so much more mindful of how to care for myself. I have to be so much more intentional. It can't just sort of happen by accident. And I find that not only does it make me better at caring for myself as a human, because that's my first responsibility, that's all of our first responsibilities, right, is taking care of ourselves as humans. It makes me much more conscious of like what my sons need too, because I'm like, yeah, they might want to do all the things, but hey, baby, we're going to need to take a break. You need a nap so that you can rest and be ready to play again later, right? I can communicate that to him because I know I have to tell myself that all the time. And then it makes me much more mindful and intentional as a business owner and as someone who helps other people, because I'm living it too. I'm living out how to make choices where I'm actually taking the time to consider my own needs and stay attuned to my body and how I'm feeling. And so I can catch it pretty quickly when other people are not doing that, because I'm like, I've done that before. Let me help you. And so I think I just want you to kind of consider how some of the limitations that you may have, right? As a mom, again, I'm getting way less sleep. I don't have like the kind of free time, stuff like that. But I'm so much more intentional and like effective with the time that I do have, because I have those limitations and I've set up those structures to kind of protect my time and my energy. So what do you have in your life that can feel like, oh man, I could have gotten there faster, further if I didn't, blah, blah, blah. How could you see it as maybe an actual asset? I know I talk about this a lot, but it's so important. How could you see that as an asset? I know for me, motherhood is for sure that thing. I'll see you in the next video.